Hello, my beauties. Welcome to a new episode of In the Flow of Magic, the podcast for women, especially women in their 40s and up who want to thrive and grow spiritually and live the life of their dreams while continuing their spiritual growth, their ascension, their healing, living their best version of themselves. So I'm going to start off by sharing with you that it's 333. I just saw the number 333. And for me, in terms of angel number, for me, it's not just about, every number, repeating number is important. In this case, I specifically got the message you should check this. So I'm just going to read you because I think it's important. I was about to sit down to record this podcast. So I'm going to read from the Coolest. There's another website I recommend. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But the Coolest here says the angel number 333 means an upcoming period of personal growth, creative endeavors, and happiness. So, of course, that is really wonderful. And so growth, creativity, and joy. Now, I'm going to check a website that I recommend for you guys. And it is an older website. It's on WordPress. Let me just see. You have to do angel number and she comes up. It's run by a woman who I think is in Australia. Let's see. And her site, not Mind Body Green, though they're wonderful as well. Her site is getting bumped down because she's been around for a long, long time, but her definitions, her meanings are always really resonant. So what I'll do, there are all these sites now talking about numbers that literally didn't exist before. Wow, that's fascinating. That is fascinating. I think I'm going to do angel number 333 and then WordPress because she's got a WordPress site. So today I want to share with you a little bit about manifesting. I've been doing over on my channel a series of short videos and longer live videos, just different topics about manifesting. So, yes, I'm actually having trouble finding the website I wanted to share with you guys. Let's see. Nope. It's a WordPress site. It's pink. And I think it does have the name Angel Numbers in it. Wow. Okay. I'm going to have to let that go because I cannot find it. Let's see. So what I want to share with you today is just about manifesting and as women, specifically some things that come up. So I'm going to go to my website where I've got some information on this. My website, intheflowofmagic.com. So the goddess coaching that I'm doing right now, that I'm enrolling right now, you can check it out on my website. It's called Manifestation Mastery, and it's really what I'm excited about. Underlying all of the spiritual growth is really wanting to maximize our human ability to be a co-creator, to be in co-creation with spirit. I have always felt that that is the way things are, that it is a co-creation. Not that it's you can do anything you want. You're not going to be able to get up and just fly in this moment, right? You're not going to jump out of a window and be able to fly, right? So some of the law of attraction stuff I think is written very poorly and doesn't really convey how the magic works. Let me know what you think in the comments. So manifesting to me means creation by means that seem magical or have a cosmic or spiritual support, for their creation. So, if you work a 9 to 5 job and they told you your salary is $900 a week or $1,200 a week and you get your $1,200 a week, that's not manifesting. Manifesting would be if in finding the job you found it in an unusual or odd way. And things like that happen to me a lot. And that's why I feel comfortable working with women on this ability to manifest. So the first thing I want to share is that in order to manifest well, this is actually very important. In order to manifest well, you need a certain amount of health, because you need to basically move your chi, your prana, your life force is what allows you to manifest. So if someone is very, very low energy or even chronically ill, it's just a little bit harder. It's not impossible. And of course, many great saints and adepts, especially later in life, maybe they get ill or whatever. So it's not that, the promise is not that we won't have the human issues, as the Buddha would say, old age, sickness, and death. Those are existent. But it's more about, as things are happening, how can we take that wave that's coming and how can we ride the wave? Okay? So the first thing I want to say is that we do, and I will be focusing on that. Excuse the squeak, so you'll hear my chair moving. We will be focusing on that in manifestation mastery. Your health has to be good. Now, as part of the program, I'm giving access to my sexual energy alchemy program, which is basically acupressure potent points and self-massage to heal our subtle energy. So that's part of the program. You get that as part of the program. So you can start healing your subtle body energy, because that's important. You need your health, because the chi, the life force, the prana is what I've observed is what allows the manifestation to happen. Of course, that and the support of spirit, the support of ancestors, what we might call spiritual allies, things like that. So we're not manifesting alone. That's really important. We are not manifesting alone. So on that note, the second thing to share is that it's you, right? It's ourselves, and then it is this support team, I'm going to call it, right? It's our support team. So the idea is not that I feel like maybe in some Wiccan or witchcraft traditions, it's this idea maybe more so of just you, but I think even there, the idea is that you call on a spiritual team, right? A spiritual support team that's the co-creation. And then, of course, the ultimate power, God, spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it. So you want to become competent or feel able to call on your spiritual support team, whether that's angels, whether that is a particular ancestor that you work with, whether it is in terms of like a shamanic aspect, whether it's a particular ally like deer or bear medicine or owl. So that's something to look at, is that it's you. So you're getting your health together, your physical health, and then you have your spiritual team. Now also for you need your spiritual practice. So what is your spiritual practice? So this is the third thing. And they're all interconnected, but what is your spiritual practice? I most strongly recommend, as you know, meditation, but specifically mindfulness-based meditation practices. Okay, that's not just one type of meditation. It can include the breath awareness, calming the mind, open awareness of whatever is arising, loving kindness practices, equanimity practice, things like that. but very much about paying attention to what's actually occurring. That's going to make you more powerful. Now, that's not per se what the Buddha spoke about in terms of these meditations, but we really need to create from the present moment, where reality really is. Like at this moment, we have a physical body, our energy, our chakras are all interconnected. We connect to spirit, we connect down to Mother Earth. So you, not only physically together in a positive, but also spiritually in a positive. So you definitely need to have a spiritual practice. And then in terms of manifestation, you do need an intention. You need a vision. As we know in the Bible, there is that famous quote that without vision, the people perish. I don't think it means necessarily physically, though ultimately it may, but it's more about almost an inner withering. I do think as human beings, we need to have something that we're looking forward to. It could be as simple as more peace, working in our garden, growing flowers and sharing the flowers with our loved ones. We need something that pulls us forward, that nourishes us. So you need to create from the previous things. You should be able to then create an intention or a vision, short term, longer term, 6 months, a year, maybe further out. For some people that's harder. I tend to be, it's easy for me to see big picture. Sometimes the smaller steps are a little bit harder. So I am a big vision person. Be interesting again in the comments. Let me know how you consider yourself. So you set an intention or a vision for what you as a human being, a divine being having a human experience, what you want to experience. What do you want to experience? What do you want to give and contribute? So what pleasure, what joy do you want to have, but also what service are you giving? And ideally, what I've seen at this point in my life is ideally, that's a holistic understanding. Often they're one and the same, though for some people maybe their service is separate. Maybe their service is they're volunteer firemen, or it's a lawyer, but the lawyer donates a certain amount of their money to causes that move them. Sorry about that, you guys. So you need an intention, you need vision. As I'm recording this, I'm making a wonderful vegetarian split pea soup, and it smells delicious. So if you can imagine, nice, and I pureed part of the broth. I don't want it totally smooth, but there's a nice smooth thick base, and then there's a little bit of texture. So that's what I'm creating right now. So that fourth thing, vision, is really crucial. And so in creating that vision, I think this is the final thing I'll talk about in this episode, is we need our intuition. And that's a real key that I'm going to work with the goddesses in manifestation mastery to begin to trust our intuition. I believe that intuition for women especially is our superpower. It is our gift from God that we are to have the way that animals have a sense of something's going to happen. It's like our nervous system, but it's like our spiritual nervous system. In fact, I like that. Let's call our intuition our spiritual nervous system, because that's what it is. But it takes practice to activate our intuition. It's always there. It is always there, and I do believe everybody has it. I do not believe everybody has it to the same degree. Now, that might be because, just like anything, if you practice guitar 3 hours a day and I practice once a week, we're gonna play different. We're just it's not gonna manifest in the same way, right? So some people, I think, do have a greater depth of intuition naturally. I think everyone can develop theirs, though. As I said, I think it's our spiritual nervous system is our intuition, and I think it's meant to help guide our lives, because I see intuition as, maybe I'll talk more about that in the next episode. I think I'm going to stop there to keep the episode short. Just to review, the first thing in terms of manifestation, we need a certain amount of health and physical energy or chi. We need to understand that it's us and that we have a spiritual support team that we are in touch with. We need to have a spiritual practice. We need to develop an intention, and then working with all of that is our gift of intuition. Let me know in the comments what you think. Any questions, comments, feedback. And I would love to, I'm putting this out a little bit late relative to the program, but you are welcome to join my goddess coaching. The focus, as I said, is manifestation. It's called Manifestation Mastery. And as I'm recording this, it is June. You can join one session late. You can reach out to me. I'm putting this up Friday. We are supposed to start on Sunday. And so if you need to hop in a little bit later, you could just email my business email, which is assistant at intheflowofmagic.com, and check it out on my website. You are welcome to register. I would love to have you. The program is open for all women. Goddess coaching, if that resonates with you, again, check out my website, intheflowofmagic.com, and you'll see a button there to go to the page that gives you all the details. Much love and blessings, and I hope to see you soon. Stay blissed and blessed.